Hello, my name is Gretchen Winter. I'm the Executive Director of the Center for Professional Responsibility in Business and Society at the University of Illinois Geese College of Business. I'm here today with two of our center fellows, Dr. Patricia Werhane and Joan Dubinsky. And we're here to talk about how oral histories shape culture, and we'll focus on the Pioneers in Business Ethics project. We imagined that many people would be interested in how this field of business ethics got started. Who were the founders from an academic perspective? Who were the founders from a practitioner's perspective? And the events on this screen gave us the opportunity to think about this and to begin the process of collecting information in the form of video interviews of those who have been significant contributors to the development of the field of business ethics. There were three cohorts of interviewees: business ethics professors and researchers, corporate ethics and compliance officers, and we focused on the founders of the Association for Practical and Professional Ethics. There's some questions that we posed as we collected this information and listened to the interviews, and we'll explore some of these questions in our conversation here.
Yes, I'm Pat Werhane, and we found 4 important themes from the business ethics pioneers, and I'm sure if you look at them, you'll find more. The first, and to me, the most important theme that ran through all of the people we interviewed is the idea that ethics is embedded in commerce. There's commerce. There isn't something over here that's business ethics and something over here that's commerce, from the old joke that business ethics is an oxymoron. It can't be. It can't be, because commerce is a human endeavor. And so ethics is part of that. The second thing we found, teaching business ethics is critical. Why? Because it raises awareness of ethical issues through cases, of course, presentations of real life examples, and then most importantly, to develop decision-making processes, rational decision-making processes for all of our students and actually our colleagues. Now, the most influential theme, I think, is stakeholder theory, created by Ed Freeman in the 1980s. And it refocuses attention from shareholder primacy to stakeholder primacy, those individuals and organizations that affect or affected by the company. And what we've seen is that has spread now to corporations. If you read any annual report, they'll talk about stakeholders as well as shareholders. I found that interesting. The second theme, and it wasn't my idea to put this on, but Gretchen's, is the idea of moral imagination. How do we get students and executives to think differently, to look at the world differently, to raise questions about what they're doing and why they're doing it? And then to look at that through values-based decision-making. What did we conclude from this? And our conclusions are, how should I put it, just preliminary. We're still working on that. But some of the insights, of course, that rational decision-making processes are critical for decision-making. And then, of course, the refocus from shareholder primacy to stakeholder analysis. And then third, really important, is real-life cases. Don't make up cases. We've discovered students just laugh. They know that. They know if they're real or not. So they have to be really good cases, and I think positive as well as negative. And then of course, what I think is the critical point, that commerce entails human interactions, and humans by definition are moral or immoral. So ethics can't be separated from commerce. It's embedded in them.
So here are some of the ideas that we're seeing preliminarily in our interviews of corporate ethics and compliance officers. The impetus for creating these functions and hiring these individuals is threefold. corporate scandal, usually involving financial malpractice or corruption, sexual harassment scandals, especially at the senior executive level, and legislation, guidance, and other voluntary initiatives that create a new obligation on organizations. Now, what is it that we're seeing out from the ethics officer's experience? Preliminarily, they are selected, as we've said, for their personal virtues. They often exist because of corporate scandal. The organization avoids pain by creating these functions, rather than it's the right thing to do, which is the personal belief of the board or the CEO. And when you listen to their interviews, we reflect 40 years of modern political, legal, and economic history on a global basis.
Too. And we'd love to hear from you about what you think the future of business ethics is going to be and the role that this important topic is going to play in a wide range of issues. We've listed some of them here.